everyone. This is just a quick video to kind of go over the gradebook inside Edgenuity. So if you go open up your Edgenuity, log in, you're going to scroll up here to Courses and click on Gradebook. Once you get to the gradebook, you can specifically go and find your course. A little bit of a shortcut instead of having to put everything up there. So once you find your course, it'll have all of your students that are in Spanish 2. So I'm going to separate it out by class period so that I can focus just on one specific group of students that we want to see how they're doing and start inputting information into our gradebook. Now, there are a lot of grades. So this one is for Unit 1. Within Unit 1, there are several lessons. So you'll notice for Unit 1, there's a Getting Started, Part 1, Part 2, Part 3, Verbs and Review. So as you assign them, of course, you will start having grades to go in. So you can decide what part of it is going in your gradebook, what are you using for your assessments, etc. The nice thing is they do grade everything for you except the portions where you need to use a rubric to grade that. Then that's going to be a part of you. So I'm going to use this student right here as an example. So Louis is 100% complete, and that means all lessons completed. So overall progress for Unit 1 so far. And what we'll do is I'm going to click on his name. I'm sorry, actually, I'm not going to click on it. You can if you want to go specific, but the nice thing is you can go through each lesson. So right up here, I'm just going to go to Getting Started in Spanish 1, that lesson. And this is going to show you that he finished all of it. When he got to his quiz, there was his score, and then he went on to continue. So that was the first lesson. If there's something in here you would like to add to the gradebook, you can if you want to give a lesson grade. So for lesson 1, there would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 parts of it. You can decide you want to find the average of the 8 in lesson 1 and continue from there. Put that in the gradebook. Totally up to you. Usually the lessons are just practice, but sometimes there's things in there you'd like to add into your gradebook. Then you would go down to verbs. For this one, AR verbs, part 1. And we notice that Louis finished all of this section as well. Did very well on that one. We're going to go now to part 2. He also finished all of part 2. Again, he finished part 3. And it'll show you his comprehension questions. Maybe struggled a little bit on that. You could reach out to him, find out why, what maybe he needed help with. And then we go here to AR verbs, review, and quiz. So he finished all the steps, testing vocabulary. That was a test if you'd like to use that in the gradebook. The quiz, speaking, that's a fun one. So what they do, we actually went in and already graded this. It used to look like this with the 0%, which showed we needed to go in with our rubric and grade it. Once you clicked on that, you use the rubric, and this was actually a speaking portion. So they actually created a video, went in there with the rubric, and graded that. So let's see what it looks like for the writing practice. So you get to this page, it'll tell you exactly what it is. It is an essay. The activity is below passing threshold. What would you like to do? So we're going to view this, and we're going to see if it was something that we would like to change, edit, because right here you can change the student's score. It goes in percentage, so make sure you're adding the percent, and then read the directions and respond. You can use your rubric To do that, you can also provide comments to students that they will get, reset the activity if you want them to try it again, etc. But again, you can go to each student and do that. This is something, once the unit is closed, you could probably go to and print out each section if you wanted and add that into the gradebook how you would like. But again, this will tell you the overall percentage of each thing that they're passing. The little blue flag tells you where the student is working and what they're working on. If they're supposed to be at a certain lesson, you'll know if they're there or not. But again, it's right up here. You go through here. This next spot is test scores. So if you just want to see their test scores and you want to go through it, their overall progress on the tests, their overall grade, and then how they finished off the unit, that will give you their unit grade. So what they're up to when they're finished. He's obviously done. So there's his unit 1 score percentage on the test, and this one is not finished yet because they still have a couple more to go. Quiz scores. This will break down just quiz scores for you. And you can go through and see, okay, how did he do on all the quizzes? Maybe you want to take all of the quizzes and put it in as a grade. The other one are activities. So how did they do on all of the activities as a whole for each student? So it's nice, there's a lot of grading for you, but there's also activities where they can write. Some of them have PowerPoints or slides to turn in as an activity. But again, using our gradebook, and then you can also go up here if you want to learn a little bit more about managing your grades. Gives you an overview of what everything is and what everything means. So it's a nice tool for you to print out, keep in your, if you want to print it, save it to your drive, whatever you would like to do. So up here you can refresh your grid, customize the columns if you'd like, and this one you can make it full screen so you can see more students at a time. So some pretty cool activities or functions of our gradebook. So again, you find it courses and gradebook, put in the course and your group so that you could locate student by student per class period if that's how you created your groups. Hopefully it was helpful.